Hey, it's been a while since I last made a video, and honestly, I've been holding back on making this video for a minute. But considering that this guy is an absolute nuisance, I just had to put this out here. So recently, I've gotten into a situation where this guy who goes by the name of Old Kings, also known as Old June, who literally likes to go around harassing folks, I myself included, it's fucking weird, has this constant thing where he would sit there and send me a friend's request on Discord, pretty much putting himself in a deeper hole. Old June's is or was a 17-year-old gotcha tuber who allegedly groomed some people. Oh wait, he didn't allegedly groom some people, he actually sat there and admitted to the fucking shit. Along with straight up making gotcha and an SW with Bella the Wolf and a few other people's OCs that I will be talking about later on in this video, and targeting and harassing other gotcha redditors or tubers such as Lissy Rosie. And I mean, this dude will constantly bring her up every time we encounter each other. He also has this very disgusting history of other shit that I, again, will go over in this video. He also has this manipulative history of trying to get people with fucking nitro and quote-unquote apologizing. It's funny in the wrongest reasons, but yeah. Now, there's more information about this guy in other videos made by Damon's World and Kuiper's commentary, along with 𝐶𝐸𝐲𝐫. And matter of fact, there will be more videos that will be in the description under a playlist called All Jones. You guys should go check it out. Now, just imagine that you just broke up with a guy who has this vile obsession with you and will do anything for your goddamn attention. Yeah, that's him, alright. So, Old June's around the time, which would be between the time of May and June, would harass the fuck out of his recent ex-girlfriend and a few others that he had hurt, and even now till this day, he will occasionally go after her. He would send messages to 𝐶𝐸𝐲𝐫, or she would find community posts with Old June's asking people to draw his OC or to help with his series. However, it gotten to the point where he would try to force them to do this. He would also try to force her to help him with his series as well. At the time, she had verbally stated that he cannot force people into helping him, which this caused him to crash out in his server and shit like that. And honestly, this shit is fucking stupid, because why the hell are you over here acting like people are obligated to help you with your motherfucking series, you know? It's supposed to be something that you created. No, I share collabs are fine, but you cannot just force the work onto other people and expect shit to just magically happen. In 𝐶𝐸𝐲𝐫's videos, you can see and hear the voice recordings of her stating her frustrations, and honestly, this is very valid, because who the fuck wouldn't be annoyed by this shit? Over the time, he would make community posts pretty much hating on other people's series and lashing his anger out on them, and trying to slander the fuck out of them. And dude, what the hell are you even on at this point? Because, again, nobody is fucking obligated to help you with a series that is written by you. Now, this has gotten to the extent where he would emotionally hurt 𝐶𝐸𝐲𝐫, making comments about her body through community posts and constantly harassing her. Considering that she is one of his exes, Old Jones would come back and say things like he wanted her to be his girlfriend again and make a ton of comments. And even now, he would constantly DM her, causing her to panic and just cause major annoyance. When I have gotten more into the controversy in the earlier times, he would bring her up and try to force her to talk about him and make dumbass statements that wasn't even relevant to the current situation I was dealing with. Now, I'm going to give you another heavy trigger warning that this segment of the video will contain topics such as grooming, NSFW, roleplaying, and just a bunch of nasty shit like that. So please brace yourself, or do not continue watching this part of the video if you're not comfortable with such topics. It is confirmed by Old Jones himself that he has groomed people. At the time, Old Jones had told someone who was 12, turning 13 years old at the time, that he was 15 and 16. Now, there's more evidence in the videos that I provided in the description in that playlist, but I'm also going to be providing some evidence in this video as well, coming from those videos. He would go into people's DMs making /SA roleplays with their OCs, aging them up without any permission just to, you know where this is all heading. Mind you that these OCs are minors, and along with the creators of these OCs, they are also minors. This alone counts as grooming, even if it wasn't directed to the person. They still had to witness this, and it is stated that these people who had experienced this was traumatized. 𝐂𝐨𝐩𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐠𝐡 would also say things like he would date their OCs or request suggestive art of these people's OCs. When a person says no, he would obviously crash out in his Discord server and community posts, just acting like a straight up fucking fool. There has been comments where he had said in the past, like, your design fucking sucks, I want to give her back, or other highly sexual comments. Over the time, 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐠𝐡 would stop and say that he would change his behavior, and obviously, again, as you can tell, I wouldn't be making this video if he actually were to stop doing the bullshit that he's doing. He would continue to DM other people doing sex roleplays and commentary with other people who were minors, or trying to get their OCs to do these roleplays. He recently made a roleplay video of him and Bella the Wolf, and honestly, I didn't know how to react to this because it was funny for the wrongest reasons. After all of this, he started getting exposed more, and he would continue to crash out in both his Discord server and on his community posts, harassing people since he couldn't get his way, which this would also lead to the next segment of the video. 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫𝐢�s𝐡 would contact people he either gotten exposed by, his exes or his ex-friends, or anyone who didn't side with his bullshit. He would also contact different ranters or tag them in community posts, basically telling them to shut their bitch ass up or being highly disrespectful. At one point, he was making mockery of 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 deceased pet along with another person, and bro, this right here is just so fucking ignorant and highly disrespectful. It's just not even what the actual fuck. At some point, he would also make segments towards 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 Rosie, and making this video. And even now, he would make alt accounts harassing the hell out of folks. He would also then admit to saying that he wants to get exposed more or trying to get people angry, along with admitting to lashing out on others when he did get exposed because he was too angry. Obviously, this behavior is not okay, considering that half these people haven't done shit to him, and yet he continued to act on this immature behavior. In the past, he would make killing posts of other people for no fucking reason, and then crash out in the most absurdest ways possible, making racial comments and stating that he was innocent and calling people fucking sluts and shit like that, and it goes on. Again, this led to an endless cycle of him saying that he would stop and that he would quote unquote change, and he would continue. So between the times of September or early August to September till present day, 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐠𝐡 would send me friends requests through Discord. At the very beginning, around August 30th, he sent me a friends request about a situation regarding to Malka that both 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 Rosie and myFriends and 𝐾𝐢𝐫 were talking about. At first, I told him I wasn't going to intervene because at the time, I didn't fully understand the situation and I just left it alone. The conversation itself wasn't very long at the time, with only a few words, so that was my first encounter with him. Around October 3rd, I received a DM saying that I was getting targeted. Now, at the time, I was already dealing with my harassers, so I was very confused on who it was. I checked it out, and it was him targeting me through community posts saying that I was his next target. Now, I did DM him about it because when I was looking through my DMs on Discord, I ended up recognizing who he was, and he took the post down. But his excuse for randomly targeting me was because he was angry because he got exposed. He also straight up admitted to doing the same to Rosie at the same time. He apologized and then asked me if I watched the exposing video. Now, there was no known reason for why this occurred, and this was the start of the harassment with 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐠𝐡 and me. Around November 3rd, I encountered someone I once knew who was getting harassed by Aldrins as well. So me and another one of my friends who are part of the PDA, which stands for Pedophile Destroyers Alliances, which is now being rebranded, had made a group chat trying to get him to spit out fucking answers. At the time I was working, so I was multitasking. I was told later on that recently, Aldrins had sent pictures of his dick to her. And mind you that she is a 15-year-old. While trying to get Aldrins to, spit some fucking answers out, he would then try to bring up one of the situations that I dealt with a while back regarding to Lady Raiden, basically quoting saying that he wants me to get angry at him and that he wants to see my breaking point, which is fucking hilarious. And he wants me to put my real voice like I did with He wants me to put my real voice like I did with Lady Raiden. Now, he brought this up to obviously piss me off, and he did a really good job at doing that. And I kept telling him how irrelevant it was to the situation. Not to mention that he already had a ton of videos made on him, so why does he want more? He would also try to switch the topic by bringing up his ex-girlfriend 𝐂𝐨𝐩𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐠𝐡 and other people who had exposed him in the past. Eventually, he started bringing up the fact that me and 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐠𝐡 are friends with Damon's World YouTube, which is another reason why he started targeting me, along with saying that Damon was his enemy, now known not to just let out his anger. He also made comments saying that I should be grateful that he's not harassing me anymore because someone has it covered, basically implying that my harassers were harassing me at the time. He also brought up the video about the pedo allegations that were made towards me that are obviously false, and I've stated that it wasn't relevant during any of the conversation that we were having at that time, and he would get angry because I didn't buy for his bullshit and tried pissing me off by bringing up more issues that I was dealing with at that time. After this whole situation alone and this conversation only, it was deemed that he would be monitored by the PDA once he turns 18, which I myself will be further involved. So in the recent times, throughout late November and early December, Aldrins would sit here and constantly send me friends requests. He had at one point commented under one of my videos regarding to one of my best friends being harassed. And that would be the one of the 𝐂𝐴𝐵 videos that I had created, and thinking that I wouldn't notice the comment that he made and he deleted it. But I was able to screenshot it before he did so. I then DM'd him about it, and he said he deleted it because he didn't want to be caught, when obviously I already had the screenshot. Then he proceeded to ask if I was going to quote-unquote rage quit. During this time, he would also then again bring up my issues that I had with the harassment and YouTube striking me, along with asking me questions just to get a reaction from me, bringing up more ranters, and it goes on. In the end, I ended up calling him to get more answers from him because I wanted more of a verbal explanation rather than text messages. After the whole conversation, he tried to have the last word by calling me a pet name such as Princess. A day later, he tried gifting me Nitro as an apology, which he ended up taking it for himself since I've seen through the bullshit and I said that it was manipulation. After that, he would continue to harass me and 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐠𝐡 back and forth until me and Damon and 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐠𝐡 one day got into a group call with Aldrins, and that didn't end well. While questioning him about him provoking us and the other bullshit that he was pulling off, he proceeded to admit to wanting to kill 𝐿izzy because she won't make an exposing video about him.
I want to kill Lizzie.
Why?
Because
Did she do something to you? Like, did she fucking, like, assault you or sexually harass?
Like,
What the
why?
fuck? Why?
Yeah, because you targeting
us
people
why.
without a valid reason is just not okay.
I just want her to expose me. So
Mate,
I just
so you
want you.
Whoa.
So you want to attempt to kill her just for her to expose you?
Not long after that, he decided to show his dick on call before leaving.
What are you talking about, bro? Your hair is blowing, rotisserie chicken off a TV, bro. What are you talking about?
I record all my calls.
Oh my god!
Well,
Mind you that both Damon and 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐠𝐡 are minors. In the more recent times, between the last 2 weeks, he decided to draw attention to my harassers by saying that he was on my side, which in my defense, I felt like he was begging for more trouble, and honestly, I didn't know how to fully respond. At first, I did actually found him as more of a threat, thinking that he was siding with them. That same day, he also made an apology video, and the shit was so shit rusted, there was no way in fucking hell that anybody was ever going to take that seriously. In that same video, he literally said that he was in his gangster era, and that caused me to giggle so fucking much I could not breathe worth the shit. I was literally suffocating off the lack of fucking air and stupidity. In the end, he ended up deleting those videos, which I had pinpointed the fact that we told him to stay off the internet, and he continued to make another alt account. Another time, we made a group chat, and he started making more sexual comments towards me, saying that he wanted to have sex with me. Now, this alone made me highly uncomfortable, considering that 1, this is considered as sexual harassment, and 2, I was lightheartedly insulting him, and he thought this was the best resort and that it would be a good idea to say shit like this. No, buddy, I'm going to tell you this right now, that is not going to save you from anything, but instead put you into a deeper hole. Now, we are all very convinced that this dude is highly sexist. Reasons why I say this is because he only harassed women. He never harassed any guy or male. Not that I want harassment towards anyone, but seriously, if you notice the patterns, he only targets women. If you notice throughout the whole entire video, there was no men who were targeted that was mentioned in the video. In the last video made by Damon's World, where I and 𝐿𝐴𝐵 are also featured along with 𝐶𝐿𝐴𝐵, we were all on call asking him why he was always targeting women. Now, we did ask him if he was sexist, and he claimed that he isn't. Now, clearly, at first he didn't understand what it meant until I explained it to him. Sexism is prejudice, discrimination, or stereotypes based on sex and gender. Putting this in simple words, it's targeting a specific gender for an unfair reason, or just no reason at all. Now, in the end, he couldn't defend himself or deny the allegations thrown at him because it was just too obvious at this point, and he was just far beyond being able to beat the allegations. Now, this segment should have been in the beginning of the video, but I'm still going to put this out there. All Junes have a huge history of taking other people's work without permission. A user who goes by the name Untitled Chapter artist, who also had made a video about 𝐿𝐴𝐩𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐠𝐡 stating that he would steal her works and give her 0 credit from her series, 𝐂𝐮𝐿𝐴𝐵's Defenders. He would steal her characters and make her do all the work when he had stated that he wanted to help her with the series. There was even art that was created that he would give to other artists, and they would end up in a situation where it just became entirely messy. As stated earlier in the video, he would ask people or her to draw suggestive drawings of different OCs, and honestly, that shit is just fucking downright disgusting. To end this video, I'm basically going to say this. 𝐿𝐴𝐩𝐲𝐫, I know you're watching this video, and honestly, this behavior that you've been having for the longest, and then constantly saying that you're sorry and that you're going to change, you're not going anywhere with this. No matter how much you convince yourself that you are going to get better or whatever, you always manage to come back in an even worse condition than before. You never gave a valid reason to continuously harass people, and this is just beyond pathetic. Everyone is highly disgusted in your actions, and you just need to get off the fucking internet and stay off of it. That's all I'll have to say for this video, and I hope everyone have a great day and night, and have a happy New Year's.